Welcome back to our adventure through Waterdeep. It's been a little bit of a break, so let's catch up to where we were.
We're good. My sound works.
I never doubted.
Sorry, I told you I'd make animal noises.
We are picking up as you all, well, most of the group, I believe Bastion, Jonda, Winter, and Barry are just now making it up back out of the sewers. You'd been down there for about just over an hour and a half. You're feeling from your internal clock. A few things had gone on down there. You'd taken a turn and found some monsters. I believe Winter had lost a canine companion, and in her, perhaps her moment of grief, had lost her senses and stabbed Han. Since then, Han had rushed away before the rest of the group, and even thrown down, I believe, oh my goodness, little balls. You'll slide on it if you run over them. What do you call those?
Those are ball bearings, and
Ball bearings.
They got past it, I'm pretty sure.
They did. I believe Bastion, though, took a little tumble.
Gotcha.
But we are picking up as you all now are climbing back up to, I believe, Knife Gut Quartz. It seems right. And I believe, Barry, the last thing you had done is call down another portion of mist to hope to conceal you coming out. Am I incorrect?
That is correct.
All right. So, Bastion, I believe you're the first one through. If you all just go up as normal, I do need a check from you. If you guys are trying to be as non-discreet about it, I would appreciate stealth checks in my little tower there on the right. Han, you had gotten clear out of there.
Yeah, I disguised myself as a dung sweeper, and I figured that'd be the most realistic thing to come walking out of a sewer. And I just made my way essentially north and out of the dock ward as swiftly as possible.
She's out of there.
I got Barry and John.
Okay, how do I do that?
So you see, click your character. I want you to go to skills, and you should see stealth as one of your options there. I think it's going to be near the bottom.
Yeah, they're in alpha order.
And you should see it looks like a little tower down below. If you can just drag that plus button and drop it into the tower. Any luck? You see it?
I see the skills, but I don't see what you mean by tower. Like, I mean, I see stealth at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom right of the screen outside the skills, there is a gray tower.
Yeah, so you're going to pick up the object that's in the column called total. You're going to pick up the whatever that little plus something is. I don't know what your number is. You're going to pick and hold that with your mouse and drop it in the tower in the bottom right hand corner of your screen.
Yeah.
There's like a tiny gray little tower.
If I remember, the way I've set it up, it should be on the bottom right. There,
it's on the bottom right.
And the tower is basically, it shows me what your role is, but you don't know what your role is, so you don't know how to react.
We're like, oh
no. Okay, I see it. I see the tower, but it's not working for me.
So click. You see the thing that says plus whatever on the right-hand side of stealth next to the red thing?
Let's click that plus number. And you just hold it down and you drag it and put it over that tower. And then let go.
Yeah, you don't let go of the mouse until you drop so. So it should turn into a little hand over top of the thing. You click and hold the left mouse button.
And then your dice literally show up in the hand. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you drag it down to the tower and let go of the mouse, and you'll hear the dice drop.
I'm sorry, but it's just not working for me.
Can you pick up any dice from your skills? Just roll them normal?
Yeah, but the tower thing's not working.
Yeah, I don't know what you just rolled.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either. A D100.
Yeah, not.
How did you get a D100?
So are you on your character sheet? It looks like you picked up one of the dice from the bottom.
Oh, okay. I see my character.
Yeah, you need to be on your character sheet.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah,
Character
go
sheet,
on.
skills.
Look for the word stealth, and then get the little hand hovering over the little box with the plus sign. Yep, and.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
ma'am.
I still have
Unacceptable, Winter. We expect you to know everything already. You've only played like 3 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
It was a while since the last time.
Hey, you've been playing for months. No, it's only been 3 sessions.
I mean, technically.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. So you all try your best to shuffle your way up. As the only thing that really sticks out to you as you make your way up, Bastion. Unfortunately, it seems like your cloak gets caught a little bit in the and the ladder up, and you yank it, and you hear a loud. It's fine. It's fine. It could have been worse. As you all do now come up into the middle of the courtyard, there doesn't seem to be as many people as around. You can't really see out all too well. You see shadows. So no one really walking through. Everyone's kind of keeping to the edges. I think you all have, maybe a minute of this fog? Is that correct?
Correct. It's only centered around the opening.
Mm-hmm. What do you all feel like doing here now? Sitting around, the fog's gone.
Start walking out of Fishgut Alley.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna stand there. I'll be walking with Barry.
Well, following Barry. Barry, which way you heading?
Let's see.
Yeah, north, south, east, west. I'm not sure if you know what way that is, but you're in a fog. You can't really see all that well either.
We will head east.
East. Huh?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Can't go too much further west when you're in a dock ward.
I can actually give you this.
You can try.
All right, you all should see that now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the very left end, you guys would be coming out towards Dar Alley right now if you head straight east. Does that sound right to you?
Coming out on Dar Alley, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds acceptable. Give me one moment. I got some rolls to do. Ha-ha! Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. So as you all make your way through Dar, you are going to see a little looks to be a little of a chase going on as three children seem to be running right by you. Ragamuffins really. If you all don't want to actually take a closer look, you'll just see a little bit of like, it sounds like playful like as they run past you down this.
Did one of them happen to yell,
empty
"Give me back
alley.
my leg"?
No,
No,
one did
okay, I was just
not yell,
curious.
"Give me back my leg."
Just curious. I was pure curiosity.
Are they chasing one another, or are they being chased?
You can't really tell unless you devote some time to maybe do a perception roll on.
Dun, dun, dun. Perception.
All right. You can surmise from the laughter you hear, some giggles. They seem to be playing.
Okay.
Barry, you would actually though, I believe you may have seen these before. Let me give you as it is a group of three. One carrying a wooden sword as they run past, giggling. But if you all don't do anything to stop them, they continue past this oddly empty alleyway at the moment.
Nah, not doing anything to interfere with them.
Okay.
Come on, guys. You have art accompanying them. This is content.
You all will continue past Dar Alley, and you now have a choice to go north or south.
Go ahead south down to Net, and then make a left on Net towards the main highway, the Way of the Dragon.
All right, that's fine. It's fine. I have one more chance to roll, so give me 1 sec. As you turn on the net, you start seeing a few fishmongers actually seem to be moving some carts. They seem to be on their way up. You assume to the way of the dragon, maybe heading either up towards the market or maybe out south of Waterdeep to maybe go towards Southern Gate. Everyone around you seems to be just busy about their day, much different from where you just were, where there was no one, which something should have happened. But you make your way to the Way of the Dragon, no issue. It's the main thoroughfare. It's open. There's a good number of carts going by. It's up to you if you want to walk up south, catch a buggy perhaps, or there's the dray line if you want.
No, we should get a carriage back to Trollskull as quickly as possible.
To Trollskull?
Yeah.
You think she went back there?
No. Report into her boss. Well, she'll be there eventually, or her boss will go ahead and be yelling at us eventually.
Good point.
Might as well bring them the guilty party so they can go ahead and question her too. We can all
Get it over with.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna Barry. I assume you're leading the party at this moment. How do you try to get the attention of a carriage? They seem to be mostly this. This is a portion where a lot are just trying to travel through. Not too many stop. How do you try to get their attention, or do you leave it to one of your associates?
You bigger people.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Hey.
I'll try to wait. Let's see what kind of carriages are near where we're at.
Well, there's a few that are coming by. Some are some are. Most of these don't look that good. Definitely not wagon master quality. Most certainly pack master. You know, it's the one
Yeah.
below. Definitely, most of these are going to be repurposed from moving goods to carrying people, rather than ones you're used to seeing a little bit farther north are meant for carrying people, not goods. So it's just a question if it will take just a little bit more time to get a nicer carriage, and
We don't have time to
it might
negotiate.
also help. Depends on how do you want to try to get their attention, John.
Good question. Don't I smell like the sewers?
You all do currently smell like the sewers. You are correct.
So maybe just going in a lower grade transport might be the better idea anyway.
Can't smell worse now. I mean, are we gonna just like steer into the skid on this one, John? Or are you thinking like, might as well just get one of these ones that are hauling pickled fish? What are you thinking?
I don't think I was going to try to do that.
Yeah. Let me know. How many prestidigitations do you have, Barry?
Endless, they're cantrips.
Yeah, the characters. I go. We might want to clean up the stench first, or I might just have us go with a fishmonger, and that smells worse than we do. They'll never know.
I just see 2 prestidigitation used, and I'm assuming they were both used on Barry.
They were used on Barry. While we're waiting, then I'll go ahead and we'll get Bastion.
Thank you.
Clean them up, get them smelling nicer. Shonda, clean her up, getting her smelling nicer. Winter, getting her cleaned up, smelling nicer.
So, John, I need to know what you're feeling like.
I feel like, well, now that like we got cleaned up, I think I'd rather go for something that definitely won't be a stinky ride. But I don't mind if it is a cart.
Okay.
Rather than a carriage, you know.
I'll say right now, as you were describing right now, you would actually see a cart with a rather portly fellow with a straw-brimmed hat coming by, carrying looks like an open cart, ample room. You do see 2 barrels up towards the front, and what seems to be maybe an animal sitting next to him in the front. Do you want to try to get his attention?
Yeah, I'll wave to him and if ask if my friends and I can get a ride up the Dragonway.
He stops as he looks at you. You needing a lift, huh? Well, don't worry. Me and Petunia over here, we got room. Get in the back. As
Okay.
you take a quicker look, Petunia is a little piglet.
Okay. Don't have any issues with that. I do look for pig poop when I climb in.
You don't find it. It's pretty clean in there. Again, just
Yeah,
the 2 barrels are in the back, closer
the
to
pig
his.
probably looks clean. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a pig. Where I'm heading a little bit past the market. That all right?
Yeah, we're gonna be going up past the market.
How far?
Probably we're thinking of going up to Troll Skull Manor. Waffles and chicken, you know.
I'm not all too familiar with the area. Is it just north? Just stay on this road?
On the high road, where Delzorin or Solomor. How far north are you going?
There's supposed to be a gate up there.
Oh, you're going all the way to the gate?
Uh-huh.
So you're going out into the field ward?
I didn't know there was another field. I thought it was supposed to be fields after you go out the gate. There's a gate past the gate?
Yes.
Then, yeah. Yep. Hop on in. I'll take you there. You just need to tell me where to stop.
Okay.
I whispered to Barry, "You tell him, because I can never remember where I am in this place."
He goes by slowly. You get the definite feeling this gentleman doesn't come into Waterdeep all that half. As he seems, you hear muttering between him, and he seems to be having a conversation with Petunia.
Okay.
As every once in a while you, oh yeah, that's right, and you, but his cart's continuing. He's got a little donkey up there. We're gonna say a little bit of time goes by, and if no one points out anything too weird to him, he doesn't really talk too much. As he'll be coming out to just past Del Zorin.
Okay. Whoa, right here, right here.
Oh, yep. All right. Here you go. What are they? I don't usually pick up people. What are you paying?
I'll hand him a couple of silver.
Yeah, all right. You all have a nice one now. This is gonna fatten up Petunia good. You hear it oink. Nah, don't you complain. You got a good 2 years left. And off he goes. As you all are dropped off at Delzor, not far from Troll Skull Manor. And stand there in silence.
Barry will lead the way to Troll Skull.
All right.
Up the stairs, onto the second floor, to the tables.
Yep.
All right. As you don't go through the front, right? You went right past. Okay.
Yeah, around to the back, the kitchen stairs.
Gotcha.
All right.
As you all open the door, you see an empty table. Ain't anyone there. Looking around.
Go knock on the dwarf's door.
The dwarf's Istrid's.
Yeah.
You knock. You hear some hushed tones. You actually do hear. Give me a minute, please. I'm changing.
Okay.
You all go ahead and sit down. We'll all talk in just a.
I don't know if this is going to go over very well. We'll see.
I still never know what to expect.
You all, I assume, take seats around the table. You can definitely hear from below. It's pretty busy down there. Looks like you guys are making some money. As this feels nice. It's a nice table. So you have Soren there hanging on a lamp, and we're gonna have y'all just sit there for a minute as Istrid seems to put her clothes on. You hear a little latch, maybe two. You don't remember there being latches on that door, but sure enough, Istrid then pulls the door open, and there she is. And standing behind her, significantly taller, is Han.
Bastion waves.
old-fashioned ways.
I mean,
Just like,
Barry waves.
no, that's fine.
I do too.
He reaches over and grabs the basket and waves.
Istrid seems to do a quick eye scan of the room, seeming to spend a little bit of extra time on Winter, and then she walks through with all the poise of a noblewoman. You're surprised as she takes a seat, and you hear a slight sigh. Well, go ahead.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised y'all made it out.
Our employees are just this one attacks this one, that one attacks this one. Come on.
Not employees. Again, they are associates. Now, they've never worked together, naturally. That wasn't expected. I have to really work on that attitude of yours, Winter. It's all right. It's all right. I understand you lost a canine companion.
I'm just gonna
Sure,
sit there,
we
roll
can
my
can
eyes
find
at
you
it.
companions. Do you want? They bought a child for a silver.
Han will
Get
raise
your
her eyebrow at that and like look at the table.
We adopted a child. Trust me, that kid was not in the best of situations.
Where's the kid?
Well, you remember the other proprietors who were banished?
The ones who got murdered
they-
2 people in the square.
They banished the child too?
I don't know about that. They went with her.
I think they kind of.
No, they just took their child with them when
They
left.
kidnapped a child.
No, it was theirs. They bought it.
I mean,
Istrid would.
Yeah.
Well, they did buy it. Yeah, okay.
All right.
But you understand that wasn't on me. From that, whatever happened.
Really,
there,
it's just
you
this
all need
is
to deal with.
really building a picture for me.
Oh, I never told you that. I thought they were the most cohesive group. Look.
I just didn't think I'd be diving into a pool of oil and water.
It's the prize.
Oh, I'm
Isn't
thinking
that
of
the prize? I'm sure you understand. With this sudden little tiff, Han has some grievances and feels that perhaps
She'll like pull her hand off her side and like look at the blood. Yeah, grievances.
Oh, come on. You've been hurt worse. Remember when they got your leg?
Do you want me to help with that?
Sure. What do you mean?
I am a cleric. I can.
Means he'll heal it and it won't bother you anymore. Or at least as best he can.
Han will just kind of hold her hands up, but like keep her eyes on Barry.
I'll keep your eyes on Barry. He was the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
I'm
I meant Bastion.
No.
It's been a while. We don't know who we are.
All right,
Say
I'll just-
what?
Wouldn't mind a little divine intervention if it's on the table.
Sure. Yeah, just give me your hand.
Okay. Han will reach her hand across the table.
And I'll use cure wounds.
While holding your hand?
Yes.
Do you stare deeply into her eyes? I'm just asking from my point of view. I'm like,
Well, she is staring deeply into his. I don't see why not.
Go.
so your wound heals up a little bit. The good news is you're not actively bleeding now. You seems your wound seems to. Oh, yeah, that's dried blood. All right. It's smaller.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, as Istrid looks around, are we gonna talk about it, or is this something you all want to deal with? Because honestly, it's not my thing. Also, If that was you all trying to find their hideout, you all were gone only like 2 hours. You know that, right? It's
Well, we ran into these big fellas that were these big monsters. Kind of blocked the way,
oh,
at least in one direction.
well, were they?
They had like pincer faces, and they were big and
You tunnel through rock.
Bear goes ahead, uses a minor illusion to.
They
pick up
were
the-
Umber Hulks.
Ooh, Umber, and the damage she
Has
took was
anyone
from
never? None of y'all have never spent any time in the Underdark, really?
Why?
No.
My gosh, this is embarrassing.
It should
That's not
would touch your heart.
embarrassing.
Look at that young one. Look at that one.
It's not
That one just
embarrassing
got
if
out of
you
the
decide you
bed.
like it.
Just
the
got
forest,
out of the
so.
bed.
He's green. I don't even see any scruffle.
Listen, I'll be honest. After this last little stint, I'm really questioning my reasons for being here in the first place.
Money.
Yes, money. Do we lay down the details of that? By the way, I feel like we kind of glazed over.
Most of this has been a glaze for the 5 days I've been here. So.
Yeah, well, let's get some things on paper then, okay? Or I'm gonna have to maybe see myself off to greener pastures.
Well, I mean, if you all would want, I would happily write up a contract for us. Make sure everyone's given their dues.
We already have a contract for the money, though.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I was told you hadn't agreed to it. You hadn't signed anything.
We have the contract, though.
In this contract, what is our share of the loot, if you will, the fines?
Bastion, what's the shares?
I'm just gonna produce that from one of my pockets.
Oh, you can just carry it around in that pocket. Right. It should be a public thing if you. It should be in notes.
I'm sorry, I'm looking on the table in my imagination. Is it there?
Yes. Gonna throw it on the table. Place it gently.
With a quick look through, Han, as you have dealt with many contracts in the past, as most of the time you do business with them. There's no guarantee of any amount of money here. This is what you would call a pretty bad contract to agree to.
I think they were talking about making changes, and yeah.
A quarter of the fines? This is a quarter of the fines. That's not even guaranteed. That's up to and not exceeding. That means it could be anything less than a quarter of the... Did y'all read this?
I didn't read it, but I know people were discussing getting things changed. But
We have a contract person that's going to be going over.
Uh-huh.
We haven't just got around to it yet.
I'm definitely not the one in
We were
charge.
interrupted by new faces. And
Well, I am well aware of the proposed size of this bounty. How are y'all intending to split whatever portion is given to whatever you want to name this rabble? And she motions to the table. How are you intending to split your shares?
Pretty much evenly, I assumed. Although I I know that Renair probably expects something.
Would he not expect 3/4 of it? Is that not his expectation? I'm talking about the up to and not exceeding 1/4 we potentially maybe would be entering into. I'm no fool. I've heard the rumors of the potential size of this, but still.
As Istrid would be, like, the whole time you are talking, like, looking up and definitely going through that contract.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I believe it was 100,000 dragons, is what they said.
Oh, I know the rumors. It's no small penny. I'm not going to shake a stick. So you're telling me I'm entitled to potentially 1/5 of our quarter share?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like we can probably get away with more than 1/4 as well, since...
Not according to this piece of paper.
I think this is going to be modified.
That's great. You can think all you want. I thought I wasn't going to get stabbed today. Ed, look where that got me.
I could write this new contract for you. Make a few additions, maybe name individuals so that each of you could be given a guaranteed portion rather than just a lump sum if you all didn't trust each other.
It's not a bad idea, Istrid.
Would take a small portion for my assistance.
Well,
would that be acceptable?
Oh, I think it would be quite necessary.
Oh, splendid! Well, as she reaches for the contract, does anyone stop her? As she begins rolling it up, and you say, "Well, I've got some work to do."
One moment.
Wasn't the amount of the hoard 5 times what you just said? You said 100,000. Wasn't it closer to 500,000 dragons?
I could have sworn I've heard just 100,000. So, it could change when you find it, or if you find it. But best to plan that it's less. Then people did disappoint.
How things are going, it'll probably be what we can carry.
If it is really that much, I could always also maybe provide porters for a modest fee. And I know quite a few safe spots to keep that kind of money.
For a price.
No need to talk about price until they agree, dear.
We have to find it before we think about taking it back.
You are very correct.
But everyone's
fighting amongst each other.
And all the more reason to let me put it in a contract hard form. Everyone gets a guaranteed amount. You all work together. Funny little
Y'all
thing.
will still be able to read it, I imagine. I mean, I know you may not trust her further than you can throw her. She is heavier than she looks, I'll be honest. But that was a compliment. It's a compliment. You're dense, but in a good way. Nonetheless, you would still be able to read the contract, so I don't understand the problem. I mean, there could be a problem if your reading skills were strong enough to even be considering this contract, then... Well, I truly don't know, and this might be easier than I think. That's not the end of my demands, though. I'm looking for something in the more immediate future, if you will. I don't think it's too unreasonable, considering the events of today.
What are you looking for?
Yes. I would like to be a quarter owner of this here establishment.
No.
I was talking to the owner of the establishment.
Istrid would say, I do think it is the young master there who's the only owner here now.
Bastion, your line is no.
I mean, how
Are
long
we
have
in
you-
this together or are we not?
The
Yeah.
business and the hunt for the treasure are two separate things.
Well, I would say with the
And he's
treasure, if
only
you do get it, you
sole
can
owner
always
of
buy
the
his
industry.
percentage, her percentage out if you wish.
He's only
I think this
owner.
little establishment would be a small thing upon our success. And upon our demise, I dare say it would be, well, any concern to anyone in this room.
But he's the owner, sole owner, only until the other two return from their exile. He can't
I,
sell what
do,
he's holding for others.
Istrid would hold up a finger. I'm pretty sure with exile, they are no longer able to own property.
That was my
Or-
understanding.
For the
Now-
next 10 years, but
For the
after
next 10
exile is up,
years.
yes. Yes.
But would not all their holdings become void?
No, that's why they went to Bastion. They put it in
Yes,
his
making
trust.
him the sole owner.
Exactly, until they
Correct.
return.
Incorrect. He can do what he wishes with this property.
Because it's
This is his property entirely. Their names might as well be expunged.
I'll
Don't
go-
do it, Bastion. They're trying to trick you. It's yours.
We could write in the contract, like maybe a percentage, and if
Oh
you
no,
so
I'm looking for my
decide,
name to be on the deed. This would be separate from the contract.
Oh,
Are you looking to settle down, or
Looking to settle down, I'm looking for some stability.
that's fair?
And if I'm to find it with you guys, I think this is completely reasonable. I do believe I have shown myself of what use I can be.
You have?
Hmm?
You have?
Well,
No?
yes,
Not
I
yet.
dare say I have. Otherwise, maybe you would find yourself unconscious in an alley out behind the yawning portal.
Which
Maybe
is
not,
good.
I don't know. We can't go back in time.
I do think your establishment here is more than large enough. And if in 10 years, maybe your associates would want to buy out her percentage.
Very. Do you have any interest in being a co-owner as well?
I didn't? No?
Oh, the value of this commodity is shrinking every day.
If it's shrinking, why do you want to be part of it?
I dare say I can bring some increase to its value on my own.
What in particular?
Nothing in particular. I'm not an owner. I mean, I wouldn't be running and doing things without your consent. That's not how this works. We'd be partners. And again, I'm only asking for a quarter
yeah.
share of ownership.
Yeah. He was just asking what actually you would bring as being a co-owner. It would help a business.
What I would bring as being a co-owner that would help a business? Access to lines of credit, well-vetted workers that would not dare to steal or be late, for one. And again,
There is
I
nothing
haven't
wrong.
evaluated your work staff as of yet anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was
if
just
they're found
curious.
wanting,
That's
we can
what I
always-
assumed you would bring. So, okay, you proved my assumption was right.
this is all moot. Again, the point is about building a bond for working towards a much larger prize than this particular establishment.
Well, I guess I'm not fundamentally opposed.
That's not a yes.
But it's not a no,
Well,
so.
how about, you
Per-
renegotiate or you rethink the contract or the business dealing at the end of the, once we get the money, once
This
she's
has
proven her
nothing to
worth.
do with the renegotiation of us looking for this never-ending
It has
treasure.
nothing to do with anything then. It has to do with whether or not you want 25% of his business. With the threat of, oh, well, if he doesn't give it to you, what, you leave? Okay.
How about a trial period?
Could always write up a contract saying that, upon, I don't
Oh,
know.
we'll have the
How about
deed
hire this
modified
person?
tonight.
You can hire
Ishard's
this
quite
person.
capable of doing that, and we can have it certified by the city. That's not an issue.
Hire her as a consultant and see what she does for your business before you go ahead and.
This is about hiring.
None of it.
This is about 25% of the business. Bring me on as a partner.
She has proven nothing that she can even do anything for your business. These are just underhanded strong arm tactics.
Barry Trapspringer.
Yes,
I am hurt.
but you're not the one doing them.
Yes, but no one who is associated with me would ever use such tactics. I assure you.
Please.
Highly regarded. You have someone who knows the city, has been around for a while.
Ishard, this is beyond tiring. Barry, I've made my case. Or Bastion, apologies. I've made my case. I just need a yes or no. That's all right now.
She did get stabbed by, the group there.
Beside the point. I just need a yes or no, Bastion.
You got stabbed by your other employee.
Employee's a strong word. Contact? Associate. I like associate. She looks at Winter. Associate, yeah.
Han's just looking at Bastion, waiting.
Roll my eyes at Astrid and shake my head.
See, the problem is that it's not just my livelihood, it's the livelihood of everyone downstairs as well.
Yes, I intend to have their best interests and your best interests at heart. If this business succeeds in profits, so too do my bottom lines.
Yeah. There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantees at all, Bastion. We can be struck by lightning when we walk out of the store. You can be stabbed in a sewer, and have your bow wrestled away from you. There's no guarantees at all, Bastion. I need a yes or a no.
How about a yes pending?
A yes or a no, Bastion. We will have my name on a deed this evening and get it certified tomorrow. A yes or a no.
I don't think I can just agree to that out the gate.
Okay. Ishard, it's been a pleasure. I thank you for this opportunity. Han will get up and walk out of the door.
Farewell, Han. Don't forget,
Bye, Han.
end of the month payment. Well, you lose some, you win some, yeah. You still want me to do this little contract, right?
It does need to be amended.
Well, then I suppose as she rolls it up, if you all don't need anything else from me, as no one gets up hurt, I guess You all just going to try to work with what you have, or would you like me to maybe reach out for some of the other assistance?
I mean, yeah, we. What do you guys think?
I just thought it
I
was a little
haven't figured
strange
this
to.
out for the last 5 days, so I don't really know what I think at the moment.
I just think you stabbed someone you only knew for about 3 or 4 hours, so
I
that
did
seemed to be.
not stab anybody.
did
Somebody
not.
I
In
don't
fact,
know stabbed somebody else I don't know. That's what happened.
my question for you was which one you wanted me to shoot if they stab each other again.
I mean, each person's an individual. I just figure,
Yes, but
you all wouldn't really like other people stabbing each other in your own little park.
I don't.
But it happened.
It did?
But that's all right. But I'll just take this and inside, and we'll figure this out, okay? Give me a day or two to change your contract. I assume you will have no shame, maybe being forceful with Never Ember, or do you want to be polite about it?
I mean, I think that he is aware of, well, how not great the contract he provided us with was. So
Yes, and we also don't we have Broxley also looking into the contract?
I can't remember.
You all
Didn't he?
chose not to pay Broxley what he wanted to look at the contract.
Okay.
But as polite as is reasonable.
Reasonable. I'll add the little noble flair. They eat that stuff up.
Yeah, probably. So, shall we go back to the sewers and try to find our way to Xanathar still, or after maybe take Winter a little bit shopping and get her own bow, her own arrows, and whatever other weapons that she feels that she might need?
Yeah.
Seeing as it was her lack of weaponry that caused the problems initially.
There was a. She
Better
stabbed
prepared.
Han over a weapon? Did Han take her weapon? I don't know what. All I said, Han was making it seem that she got stabbed out of the blue.
Well,
I was paying more attention to the Umber Hulks than the ladies. They just started scuffling.
yeah,
But it seemed to have been over the use of a bow, I think.
that is my recollection.
Well, okay. Oh, what an interesting party you all have made together. Okay, all right. I'll start working on this then. As she gets up, pushes herself from the table, and starts walking towards the room. Maybe don't try that, Winter. Just thinking. More people around the city like people who don't stab each other now. Okay. And she just looks at Winter, looking for any kind of acknowledgement.
I'm just gonna mutter some elvish words at her. Kind of cursing her.
Istrid would respond, "My dear, I You don't need to mutter if you're going to say something rude. Besides, you know I'd understand it. Be polite to the others around you, too, okay?
Wow.
But, I'll start working on this. Oh,
How many more days are you going to be here, Istrid?
I think I've got 3, 4.
Okay.
I just needed a 10-day. We're getting there.
Okay.
But
Yeah, we're getting
I've been
there.
having so much fun, which, by the way, Cask has been so accommodating. Very hospitable, you know what I'm saying?
He's a good
As
dude.
she goes into her room. Door closes. As you four now are sitting at a desk. There's still a few droplets of blood where Han was standing before he walked out the door, never to be seen again.
Thought you
What do you-
said the wound was closed.
Right?
It
was
wasn't
dry.
closed. It wasn't closed until after he healed it. No, you
Oh,
mean
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
yeah.
left. You
Covered in
left some
blood.
blood before you healed.
Gotcha.
So I do believe Barry asked. So you guys going back into the sewer, straight back at it.
What time is it?
Let's see. It is definitely past midday at this point. You can't remember the last time you heard the bells, but eventually it'll go and it'll tell you what time. Looking outside.
Somewhere in the middle of the day. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember from weeks ago timing.
Okay. Han did bring up something good, though, in that we do need some kind of direction. So, other than Winterlight, who's here because she owes a debt to the gang boss there in the other room, Bastion, why do you want to go ahead and find anywhere from 100 to 500,000 dragons that are hidden under the city? And what do you plan on doing with your share? Bree, think about that because I'll get to you right after him.
Yeah, John is already thinking.
Or John does.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
that's a good question. I haven't really thought it through. But I mean, you saw what it was like when we were in the dock ward with the orphans. Like they're really not doing super well. I feel like it'd be really cool if I could somehow just, I don't know, work with the different, work with the government of Waterdeep to improve conditions across the board.
Okay.
Not sure exactly how, but I feel like we can at least get to the point where people can't walk in off the street and buy a child for a copper or a few copper.
Hey,
Silver?
it was silver. It was silver.
Okay,
It was
well,
a fair
that's.
price.
Oh,
Well, I think it was more adoption, but I don't know if how formal it was because it was pretty kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. I all I know is like I've been trying to figure out what the hey we're doing, and most of the time it seemed like we're kind of well half doing anything. Like it's you, yeah. I just I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, it started off for me. It started off I was investigating the murder of a noble. But now there's, several 100,000 dragons on the line.
Yeah, and I kind of was like doing stuff to figure out what the Grinholds or whatever the heck their names are were doing, and yeah, Urstal. Oh my god, I'm just.
Yeah, does your beating and I guess kidnapping No, they weren't like kidnap you because what did you break in there? I think.
Well, I was in there
Was your
playing
anything
music.
to do with the dragons, the missing money, or?
Well, it had to do with that stone that everybody says looks like a loaf of bread.
Were you following that?
Yeah.
Were your little friends of Mert?
I'm not really sure. See, that's the thing. She was like, I met all you guys because I guess Mert made sure picked you guys to save my sorry ass because I guess Erstal didn't really like my music and thought I was too nosy.
Oh, okay.
Because I was there to be the bard for the party, and then the party went south. So, yeah.
So now,
And then they were fighting each other, and yeah, I got tossed up there. So, yeah. Then of course we know the Growlhoons, I think that's the name. We know at least somebody in there, definitely worshipped Asmodeus. I still have one of the proofs. The other proof was given to the town guard. So yeah.
so it sounds like we have some pretty big helpers who want to, that people of power that want this money found. We have the crime boss lady in the next room. We have the
Mert.
spoiled noble whose father stole the money in the first place. We have the little tiny spy master of those who harp, sending his underlings in and around. Which one do we want to work for? Because they're all at odds with each other. They're not going to work together. And if
No.
whichever one we pick, the other two are going to be upset with us.
That is a good point.
Bastion, you should wonder if they found out you found, if the Order of the Gauntlet found out you found that money, how would they react to that?
What would your church want with it? Yeah. And Winterlight, if I might ask, I apologize for being so bold and forward, but how much money do you actually owe the crime boss?
She has never told me, to be honest.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I love Istrid.
I mean, Istrid is in that room right there. If you'd like to try to maybe ask her, she might tell you.
I love that might.
Me or
Well,
Sebastian?
you're the one who has the contract if you want to know. But maybe who knows? Maybe Sebastian ask for you might be you get a better answer. I don't know.
True.
You just got a door between her. You could probably yell. She might even hear you.
You might even hear us
She's
anyway.
already listening. What are you talking about? She's already scrying and listening in.
I know she's probably already listening
I
anyway.
listening
I'm
day
like,
one.
I don't.
Barry says that as a joke, but that's pretty spot on from what you all know of Istrid.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. John doesn't care.
What's that sleight of hand for? Oh, let's hang it. It froze.
That was a bad button because my monitor went dark. I was trying to turn it back on.
Oh, sleep
It
mode.
was for nothing.
Ah, heard.
It was. Can my monitor not be black anymore, Earl? Yeah.
Well, Sebastian, if I might suggest, maybe you should go down to your bar, get a glass of your most expensive booze for Astrid, and try and butter up and ask her.
It's that much.
Well, Astrid, I think possibly she's never told me.
Oh, good grief. Barry gets up, walks over to the door. Gives a secret knock.
Yes.
How much does Winterlight owe you? She has no idea what her due is.
I'm actually far more interested in that lovely glass, and then we can talk about it, if that could be the option. A little parched.
I'll have the glass sent up. Can you tell us how much? In fact, I'll go down and get it myself.
Why, thank you. You know what? After you come back, I think I'll gladly tell you after I have a little thing to wet my whistle.
Barry walks up, walks down, walks into the bar.
All right. As you walk to the back of the bar, I assume you're just rooting around. Question: Are you actually grabbing it? Oh, go ahead.
I'm asking Liv for a glass of the most expensive, please.
As you are trying to get Liv's attention, you notice there seems to be someone who's trying to actually talk to your ghost.
Yeah. What do they look like? What are they saying?
Heard. So what you see is a rather small, even smaller than you almost, only maybe 2.5 feet tall. Maybe a halfling, but a little bit smaller than usual. Brown, messy hair, combed badly, and probably not since he was maybe just hit tweens, maybe even a little earlier. Not dirty, but definitely not clean either. Well traveled. He has a slightly trimmed goatee, some blue robe, and a rather large tome he has in front of what seems to be Lift's message box. What did we end up calling that? I like message box.
Sand table.
Yeah, sand table. As you take another look around, he actually on his person has a rope that goes around covering looks like 2 or 3 more books with quick latches attached to it. Definitely worn, definitely used. He seems to be looking at where you think Liff is. And at the edge of the books, you see, in a small little pack, you see papers definitely stuffed in. You overhear him. So how does it actually move when you're going through something and you decide to actually move it, or you go through it?
Yeah, you actually hear. Sorry.
Oh,
wait, one moment, please. And he puts the glass. Now, if you will, kindly just push slowly. I need to measure the speed. Just ever so slightly. Hold on, let me get my instrument out. Yes, now I'm ready. Okay, push.
Lift would push.
Fascinating. Fascinating. And I will quickly go to my notebook and start scribbling. 3.5 meters over 2 centimeters here for 3 newtons. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff. And you've been dead how long?
You would, a few seconds would go by, and you'd see about 100-ish.
The ectoplasmic deterioration is, well, rather minor. This is fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. You continue to scribble.
You would just see question marks in the box as it seems Lift seems to turn towards you, Baron.
I get a glass of our finest, please. And a tray to serve it on.
You would actually see Lift for a second reach under the bar and pull out a rather large bottle of Savas, I believe. And you would see another question mark. Mugs, drinks, goblets.
No, just the one glass. Just the one glass.
Would seem to set it on a little board, lift it up, and hand it over to you, Barry.
Thank you. And then I'll
You
look
would
at the
you would
the
see some
smaller guy.
scribbling and you would also see some scribbling in the sandbox. Help.
Please, if you would kindly, and I will snap 2 cups inside of each other, 2 glasses inside. I've now doubled the mass. If you would please perform the same, push it to the same location, but as fast as you can. That would be absolutely perfect, please. And I will watch.
Actually, he's got a job to perform, and we are pretty busy down here right now.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm Barry Trapspringer, Servant of the Dark One.
Oh,
And you are?
Quandolin.
Wandolin.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Quandolin Cobblebrand.
You've taken an interest in Lip.
Yes, indeed I have.
Okay. Tell you what, why don't we talk to his employer, and maybe we can get some one-on-one time.
Oh, you said we. Are you not the owner? Oh, do you work here?
No.
No.
Come on.
I'm sorry, where are we going?
Upstairs to talk to the owner.
I apologize. I do not want to be robbed. I've been checking down 3 times this week, and well, as you can imagine, I'm just being a little cautious.
Tell you what, you take the stairs right there across the room to the next floor, and I'm going to go up the back stairs, and I'll meet you up there.
Again, I don't see how this is any different than your initial proposal. I'm still going to an unknown location that potentially could be alone. How is this safe at all?
It's upstairs. There's people up there.
If you don't mind, I would like to stay in the company of this ghost and be completely safe.
Okay. Lev, can you escort him upstairs, please?
Oh, that would actually be quite... Yes. Oh, I would love to observe that. Yes.
Barry will go up the back stairs.
I mean,
is Liv going to carry something? Like how?
Liv would try his best to
escort, not carry.
No, but is Liv going to carry something so that I can see him?
That's what I was asking. Like, what if Liv could just say sure?
Yeah. He's going to wait intently for something to move on the bar. Like,
I guess Liv would grab one mug.
I will follow the mug.
Yep.
I'm going to be taking notes the entire time. Just focus on the mug. This is fascinating.
Doors would open.
I would like to note the speed, how high, like the rise and fall of the mug, trying to kind of guess the different angles into his walking cadence. Maybe get a picture of what Lift looks like.
Would you be like trying to walk through where Lift would be?
No, that would be very rude.
Oh. Understood.
Yeah.
But you would make it upstairs and come into 3 people seated across from each other.
I should be coming in the other way about the same time.
Mm-hmm. As Barry comes in from the back, and you all make eye contact. Lift would the mug would actually float towards you, as if trying to have you take it. Quandolin.
Oh, this is interesting.
Bastia, this is Quandolin. He's interested in Liv, but he's interviewing Liv during work hours. Quandolin,
hey there.
This is Bastian. He's the owner of this establishment and Liv's employee.
Hello. I'll just kind of look around the table.
And I'll knock on the door over there to give the drink to Istrid.
Oh. She would down.
Is this like the?
What did you want?
Like the private room? Sorry, this is my first time here, actually. Chicken and waffles. What a fascinating combination. I've savory sweet. It makes complete sense. It's culinary opposites, and the tongue just goes wild. But this is excellent stuff. And the little hot sauce y'all do, that's just this is the best. I love it. Are y'all franchising?
You like it?
And how much is Winterlight? What does Winterlight owe you, Istrid?
So last counting, it's 547 gold and 13 silver.
Okay. And it goes up by what's the net?
She's a friend, so only 9% per month.
Okay.
Wait, is she saying this out loud right now, like as I walk up?
Yep.
Like, woo, wait! What'd you buy?
Winter, did you write that stuff down? Did you write that down?
That's a lot of good books.
Well, as I've told Winter
Quite
before,
a few good instruments too.
she doesn't need to know about the specifics because I don't need it quickly. She works and she keeps it down. And I always take off for the work done.
All right, make an insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Apologies. There's going to be a, I don't know what the modifier is. There will be a +4 to this.
That's a +4 to that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I need to roll again because Istrid's pretty good at this kind of stuff and you'd be at disadvantage.
Understood. That checks out. Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so 4 added to that. One moment.
Very nice.
Ooh, but not good enough. Man, she's upright. That's an upstanding banker right there. I wouldn't call her anything else.
And voice, could I get you to type that amount and the interest into the chat? That way, Winter can write it down for her character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I would advise recording the interest term. That would be super important as well. Also, have you made any payments to principal? What about compounding interest? Is that something that exists on this? Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. Where'd Lift go? Do I still see a floating glass?
You don't.
Oh.
He's
really diligent.
Yeah, he probably went back to work.
Why am I here?
You wanted to ask permission to go ahead and interview him during all business hours.
Oh, no, I felt like you told me I needed to have permission.
Yes.
Oh, that's a little different. I did not want to ask permission.
Wow.
I was in the middle of an interview that was interrupted.
Yes, because it was interrupting our service.
Okay. Again, but you also confirmed that you were not an owner of this establishment. The hour in that is very strange.
I know.
Huh.
I'm not an owner, but I have a vested interest in his success.
Okay, am I in trouble? Am I free to go?
You're fine,
detained.
but
you're not being detained.
Oh,
Not yet.
Wait a bit.
Wait a bit.
You'd be free to, talk to Liv, as well until business hours start again.
I feel like we're in business hours right now. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is awkward.
What's your interest in it?
Sorry,
Yes,
what was
it is awkward as Istrid starts to slowly close the door back.
Read!
Oh, can we keep this guy? He makes Istrid go away.
What was your name again?
Oh, that would be Quandolin.
Quandolin. All right.
And you're some kind of student, writer, researcher?
Oh, I am a purveyor of all knowledge. You can never have enough. All? Yeah, absolutely all. I would say my specialities lie in mechanical engineering, pyrotechnics, a slight dabbling in the medical arts, but not really. And a little smidge of artificing, if you will.
We should introduce him to the old lady down at the docks with the submarine. Oh, wait.
Did you say submarine? Like a submersible vessel?
Yes.
Yes.
In water? I would assume you did say docks, right? In water?
Yes, it goes in.
Oh my gosh! How deep does it get?
I don't know. She's actually looking for somebody to go.
What size is it? What type of pressure can it
She
withstand?
wants somebody to
Really
test
big.
it.
Wants somebody to test it. It's untested? That's terribly dangerous. Beyond 10 feet, I mean, I couldn't imagine. It all depends on the volume of the container, that is, but the potential energy is terrifying. Saltwater buoyancy.
Well, I'd be more than happy to introduce you to her tomorrow morning.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Well, I'll look at it. I don't know that I'll go in it. I'll go in it after I look at it.
And are you a Waterdeepian native or are you a visitor?
Oh, I'm, well, I wasn't born here, but I've definitely had plenty of stints throughout my many years in Waterdeep, on and off. I love to travel really anywhere, to be honest.
Is cartography amongst your skills? Is cartography amongst your skills?
I must admit, I mean, I can draw a map, but don't turn to me for a topographical survey. That's, I mean, I can do the mathematics pretty straightforward, but I'm not very familiar with the equipment, if you will.
What about rune and sign reading?
I can decipher a fair amount of runes. These things tend to coincide with my research of the more artificing nature. So I've definitely dabbled in runic, various different runic languages, especially if they're of an arcane sort. That's my speciality.
I could say there's arcane in there.
There's arcane in there. What a statement! There's actually arcane all around us.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying that you're a purveyor of it.
She's our storyteller.
Oh.
So she has to get all the information she can before she weaves it into her magic. Or music. Or both.
I'm not one for stories if you... Oh. Don't know what happened there. Time froze. I'm not one for stories, if you will, but cold, hard facts. Repeatable experiments. Hypotheses. Oh!
Are you good at recognizing patterns?
Not necessarily of a cryptographic type, but I could be. Especially if they're, founded in mathematical equations of sorts. Yes.
I was just going to say the math ones are probably fun for her.
Why, do you have some puzzles? I'm not really in the mood for an examination at the time, but...
No, I'm just saying from what you say that you can do and whatever, it sounds like, and the way you were chatting about lifting his carrying of a mug when you walked into the room. Yeah.
Oh, that
you
actually...
really like math.
Again, that actually was, just happened. There are quite a lot of ghosts, actually, in Waterdeep, and I was really just curious, for incorporeal forms, how much are they able to affect and interact with our physical realm?
And you're doing the math to figure out the energy source to figure out how he does it.
She understands.
Totally get it.
Ghost killed my mother and gave me life.
Oh. Well, that's a theory.
Oh, no, I was there. She died.
Well, you were pretty young. I'm sure you don't remember accurate details.
I was in the womb at the time when the ghost came through.
Yes. Again, the memory piece of that.
Oh, I'm talking about the connection now.
Oh, understood.
But anyway, I was asking you these questions because there's several sets of ruins in the sewers that we're trying to go ahead and triangulate where they might go ahead and lead to. So I'm
sorry, runes in the sewers. For what purpose? I thought we were talking about a submarine.
Well, there's that too.
I'll be honest. sirs, ladies, I am not interested in examining a submarine in the sewers.
No, the submarine will be in the docks.
Yes, but there are portcullises leading from the docks into the sewers. I do not want to take a submarine up those. That would be no, thank you.
No,
that's you can crawl and walk. A submersible that can go underwater and on land.
This is just very understood. This is just very strange. I feel like you're trying to convince me to go into the sewers.
Not yet.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'll return to the bar though. Leave it and turn around and walk downstairs. Come get me when y'all want to talk about that sub.
Remember not to bother Liv.
Okay. I've got enough data. I need to compile it.
As you all are just sitting down here, that was.
Yeah, I'm like, I think my life is normal before I got to Waterdeep, but I can't remember anymore.
So, Jonda, why should we trust your organization over that of the crime bosses?
Even as a player, I don't even know how to answer that.
I'm sorry, I got a pause here. I just read chat. 547 plus 9% a month. 9% monthly rate increase. Oh my gosh, winner! You're in trouble.
That's the friend rate. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't want to see the enemy, right? Okay.
Yeah, really.
Sounds like a bankruptcy about. Okay, well, let's see.
How much of this does she have to spend? Because you didn't start her with a bow. So, I don't know what type of short stick you dealt her for this character.
Let's see. As far as Jenna,
she's got 18 gold right now.
This is what you get when you play a voice campaign. Players start with 540 gold debt. No weapons.
She got a bow. She's good.
Well, I'm an employee of my, so like, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it wouldn't be the same as having a contract. I know I was just doing a hired job.
I don't believe either you or Swift ever brought this up to Mert.
Nope. And yeah. But see, as a player, I wasn't sure why I ended up there. I thought I was there because Mert told me to go there.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
He wanted to know why the Growlhounds had managed to rise so high in the noble ranks so quickly.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the other stuff. Yeah, which I was finding. See, that's why like my character, doesn't help. My character's confused trying to figure out because of all the different stuff going on with the group, And technically, she's only been with them for like I think it's like day 6.5 now.
Yeah. Okay, so her character was going after the Growlhounds because they rose in ranks, and the Harpers wanted to know how. She found out a connection to Asmodeus for the Growlhounds, but at the same time, the breadstone that we're looking for was there, and we were going after that. And then she got tugged into our quest with the breadstone.
Yeah, and then after that, it's like seemed pretty hodgepodge because half the time we seemed to be running around doing other stuff.
Yeah, we really haven't been looking for the
And
money.
then it's like the whole of figuring out how everything meshes together. It's like I'm still trying to figure that out.
You
But I
all have
definitely,
gone different directions multiple times. I don't know what to tell you on that.
yeah, I know. It's
Okay.
just like, yeah, and part of it is like I spent most of my time just kind of going along to see what was going on because it seemed like where I was supposed to be staying for the moment since like Mert had you guys save my sorry ass. So, but I don't have a problem with the Harpers because my dad's also in the Harpers. So, as far as like letting them know about going after Dragon Horde, I have no idea what Mert would tell me. And it was my assumption that some of this stuff was already tucked with him through Swift, but then she didn't always seem so swift. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as you're aware, then your organization knows nothing about the dragons in our quest to go ahead and look for them.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past Mert to know about the dragons and stuff. He may or may
Yeah,
not know some of the stuff we did, but the Harpers probably know about it.
okay.
I would go with that assumption more than him not knowing, because if he doesn't know, I would be shocked. To be honest, the guy seems to know everything without you even telling him anything. It's like my mother. Never could you get away with anything.
So we can either work with a group that is basically busybody heroic types that meddle in other people's affairs for the greater good.
Won't want you to keep any of the money.
Who will go ahead and put that money to use versus everything and probably give us, oh, look, you were adventurers. You got to keep what you could carry. Or we could work with the mercenary group, the Black Network, that is sprung throughout the place because might makes right, and the most powerful people out there need money to become powerful. And they're writing up a contract, which will probably benefit them more than it does us, which is okay because the namby-pamby noble that went ahead and hired us, he's given us a shitty contract to work under. So is that about right, everybody?
Yeah.
We also have possibly Bastion's church.
Well,
Like how that's
They're
added
probably going to
in.
they're probably going to take all the money for themselves also and not give us anything other than a good pat on the back and maybe give Bastion a medal.
Better be a pretty medal.
I'd imagine it'd be a
So,
nice medal.
are we going to go find this money for ourselves? For the noble? Are we being altruistic and we're just going to help the church and the state go ahead and recover their lost funding? And we go, look, we did good deeds for the day instead of be broke. No, other than our business owner here.
I was gonna say some of you already own property. I don't know.
I said other than our business owner.
I mean, given that, this is probably going to be pretty dangerous, I feel like everyone here should be entitled to some sort of remuneration. I mean, I'll probably end up giving my share away, but I mean, I own the tavern here. So, I mean, what about you, Barry? What do you want to do?
I'm in it for the shits and giggles.
Ah,
Right now, I mean, I started out looking to go ahead and find out who killed a noble, found out what happened there, turned in that report, right? And now I'm just here until things become too hot because I kill too many people and I have to move on to the next town.
Well, well, you haven't killed too many people, and Waterdeep's pretty big.
I haven't killed too many people that you know of.
No, I've been
Exactly.
around you a little more, so like your chances of killing any in the last few days that I've been around are slimmer. Yeah.
If I said I've killed 3 people in the last 6 days,
I'm sure you had good reasons.
yes. I give a reason like, oh, that's because they tried to get the halflings followed, or they were mean to the halflings. I'm kidding, guys. I haven't killed anybody.
I guess do we want to check in with Mert about this?
As if we want to involve Mert. So far, John is in the dark about everything, so possibly Mert is in the dark about some of this. He probably knows of the money because it went missing from Waterdeep coffers, and he calls himself the money lender, so he probably knew about all the money flowing in and out. Heck, I wouldn't
Oh
be
yeah.
surprised if he either helped never ever steal the money, or he's really pissed that the money got stolen. He doesn't want his involvement known because it makes him look stupid.
Interesting theories.
You would hear from the Istra store. Are you sure you should trust him?
As much as we should trust you. His organization
Silence.
has his organization has a better reputation than yours. But you do have a better yes, I would say, okay. You're better than the Xanathars.
Yeah.
Okay, I will argue with that.
And as long as we're hurting the Xanathars guilds and stopping their slave trade and their drug trade, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's that.
But yeah, I right now I'm done with my mission that I was here for, and I'm just here to go ahead and support Bastion and the Full Skull Manor as best as I can until the other owners come in. Or
Yeah,
until
the Growlhounds pretty much got ruined, so that job is done on my part.
Yeah, I believe it's still called the Grauhoon Estate Massacre.
Yeah, which
there's an
the
article
funny
in
thing
the
is,
paper about it.
yeah, the funny thing is though, it's like the massacre wasn't caused by any of us. We just happened to be there.
And I need a quick AFK. I gotta help my daughter move a table for the kids to use in the other room.
Okie dokie. I do have one question. If we're gonna do dangerous stuff, it's like, what happens when you die, Sebastian? And if hopefully you don't, but just say you do, and you own Troskal, who's the go-to if you pass away?
I don't believe he has a will.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I should probably.
As a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, it is standard that property goes to the group.
So, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So unless
Your
otherwise stated,
organization will probably take it. I have the first dibs if you don't have a will.
the Order of the Gauntlet's always interested in money-making properties. You see some of the stuff those paladins wear? It ain't cheap.
I've already made money out of this establishment a few nights.
Our
Okay, back.
Welcome back. They were just talking about what if Bastion was to pass and who would inherit Troll's. I was telling him, as a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, his properties would be transferred to them. Unless he has a will.
It behooves him to have a will, or definitely have co-owners, but still have a will of what happens with his portion of the business.
Oh, most definitely, especially if you were to give a quarter of it to like Han. Definitely want to will in.
Yeah.
And a life, actually, gamble on your life. The odds are.
Well, my suggestion would be he go find someone to make up a will that doesn't involve Istrid.
Winner may have gone up to 10%. You hear? I'm just kidding. But I can also make a will. And
There's enough of us to read it to make sure it's what he really wants.
I'm hoping that I'm not gonna die anytime soon. But it is good to think about.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to actually own property or not. I kind of have fun playing down there. I made 2 silver one night. And that wasn't easy.
Yeah, the North Ward has some pretty generous clientele.
Okay, so I'm gonna be busy in the morning because I'm going to take the little guy from earlier down to the docks to meet the lady with the sub. Hopefully, she doesn't try killing me again. I only shot her once.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ah,
And then after that, I say from the dockport again, seeing as we'll be close to Fishgut again, we can actually drop down into the sewers and continue our look for. Were we kidnapping the fish still?
We could. We were going to meet with Urstel today, weren't we? Is that still
that
happening?
was an option. Winner could track. Excuse me. Han knew where hideout was. I believe Winner could track to where he is.
Okay. You still want to go looking for Ursel then today? We still have, the rest of the evening, the rest of the afternoon.
what?
and evening.
Yeah, because it's only midday.
Mhm.
Oh.
Might I make a suggestion that we partake of some substance before we head out?
Somebody wants some lunch. We can get some
Always a good idea.
waffles.
All right, then we'll have you all ordering a little lunch, taking a short rest. I'll put that in real quick. And Pookha, put it into that stream, please.
One moment.